Welcome to GoTel News and Reports. I am Abubakar Aji Jada, your guide. AIG in charge of Zone 3 Yola, Mohammed Yabo, asked the factions of the People's Democratic Party in Adamawa State to suspend further political meetings and gatherings until further notice. Senator Jibril Amin identified lack of internal democracy as responsible for the crisis rocking the ruling People's Democratic Party in Nigeria. Taraba State Government and the African Development Bank launched a 3.6 billion naira water project for Jalingo in a bid to end the perennial water scarcity in the city. Yobe State Government to spend over 86 billion 658 million naira for its services this fiscal year. Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 3 Yola, Mohammed Yabo, has asked the factions of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Adamawa State to suspend further political meetings and gatherings until further notice. Due to the current security situation in the country, especially in the northern states, I crave your indulgence to suspend any form of political meetings for now, Yabo told a meeting of leaders of the two factions. The meeting, called at the instance of the AIG, followed disregard to an earlier order by the state government banning all forms of political gatherings by the caretaker committee of the party put in place by the National Working Committee of the party. The zonal police chief called on the Nyako and Damagun-led factions to put a stop to further activity in the interest of the state and the country at large. He said Maiha, Song, Hong, and Fufore are all close towns from the state capital, and recently they witnessed attacks by unknown gunmen, and the police is doing its best to bring the perpetrators to book. We therefore need your cooperation by suspending all forms of political activities, including the ongoing congresses. However, the chairman of the caretaker committee, Ambassador Umaru Damagun, pleaded at the meeting that he needed to consult with the national leader of the party since he could not make any meaningful decision over the conduct of congresses in the state. According to Damagun, I did not bring myself to Adamawa State, but there is a need for me to make consultation with the people that gave me this assignment, expected to end by 17 January 2013. The latest political ban is sequel to the announcement made by the state government banning all political activities in the state, but was disregarded by chairman of the caretaker committee, Ambassador Umaru Damagun, who conducted state congresses on 27 December 2012 in 226 wards of the state. Meanwhile, the police in Yola on Wednesday said it did not ban People's Democratic Party (PDP) congresses at local government level. The Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 3, Alhaji Tambari Yabo, made this known to newsmen in Yola. Yabo said that the police only advised the party to suspend the congresses slated for January 3rd due to the lingering security challenges in the state. He said that within the week, some gunmen launched attacks in Maiha, Hong, and Fufore local government areas. He said the advice became necessary so that the police could concentrate on the state security instead of trying to cope with the congresses. Yabo said he met with PDP stakeholders, including members of the State Caretaker Committee, on the matter. Lack of internal democracy has been blamed for the crisis rocking the ruling People's Democratic Party in Nigeria. A stakeholder, Professor Jibril Amin, stated this on TV GoTel program Talk to GoTel. Correspondent Ephraim Opanachi completes the report.
Professor Jibril said if the PDP, as the ruling party and the largest in the country, got its internal democracy right, it would go a long way in entrenching democracy tenets in Nigeria's political system. He added that other political parties would no doubt get on track if the PDP got it right.
You are fair, you go around and see whether in our party, whether in elections or in governance, whatever, we have been demonstrating that we have a democratic instinct. If you don't have it, it leads to corruption, it leads to theft, it leads to election rigging, it leads to terrorism, to tyrant behavior on people. So I'm not saying it's only the PDP that does it, but the PDP is the party in power. So if they do it, the impact on the people is more.
Senator Aminu said the party lacked internal democracy and that the crises rocking the PDP were a manifestation of the deviation from the tenets of democracy. Professor Aminu said the PDP crisis was deepening as the party had not been able to manage its victory, stating that the PDP needed to learn to manage its victory by keeping all within the party. He added that the members of the party who do not wield positions are also not being integrated into the party. On the State of the Nation, Professor Aminu pointed that education was one of Nigeria's greatest problems, from the decline in quality to the huge unemployment created post-graduation, lamenting that the problem was heightened as Nigeria remained a monoproduct economy.
We can get there, we just have to find the missing mouth of the thread and lead on. What I would like to see, that this country has found the right way to organize itself, to do things, and to continue working.
The professor, who had previously served in various ministerial capacities in Nigeria, is however hopeful that Nigeria could march towards greatness when the country finds a way to do things right, when structures are put in place to ensure that everyone does his bit in national development. This, sadly, however, he says, may not be in his lifetime. Ephraim Okbanachi, GoTel News.
As workers resume after the New Year holiday, low turnout greeted the resumption in various offices in Yola, the Adamawa State capital. GoTel News observed that though the turnout was low, it was impressive when compared with the resumption a week earlier after the Christmas break. Correspondent Semsumi Biston completes the report.
While several workers declined comment, those who spoke on condition of anonymity said attendance was taken in some ministries at the Adamawa State Secretariat, where top officials expressed displeasure at the low turnout by workers. January 1, 2013 was observed as public holiday to mark the new year, but several workers are said not to have resumed from the Christmas holiday, which was observed a week earlier, as they readjust after the heavy season spending for the Christmas and New Year festivities. Also at the Federal Secretariat Yola, it was no better, but the turnout of workers on the first working day in 2013 was slightly better than last week's resumption after the Christmas break. Most of the workers who turned up were also very late to work. While work in 2013 was formally resumed, the workers that resumed say it may take up to Monday, January 7th, before all workers who left since the Christmas break get back to work. In the meantime, certain jobs will remain largely unattended to while the workers remain in their villages or their homes. Samsumi Briston, GoTel News.
Yobe State government is to spend the sum of over 86,658 million naira for its services this fiscal year. The state governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam, disclosed this while presenting the 2013 Finance and Appropriation Bill to the State House of Assembly in Damaturu. GoTel correspondent in Damaturu, Umar Mohammed, has a report on the budget presentation.
Governor Ibrahim Gaidam said the budget proposal is made up of 54,140,362,000 naira for capital expenditure and 32,517,937,000 naira for recurrent expenditure. The governor said his administration has devoted 60% of the 2012 budget to capital expenditure due to the meticulous way the budget was worked out. According to him, the budget 2013 was tagged budget of consolidating the focused socio-economic transformation program. Alhaji Ibrahim Gaidam said that the State Independent Electoral Commission will be supported to put in place a machinery for conducting the local government elections in the state.
In specific terms, the execution of the 2013 budget will continue to accord priority to projects that have the potential for 1. Fostering unity, peaceful and harmonious coexistence among our people as well as with our neighbors in order to usher in investments for the overall development of our dear state.
He therefore directed the directors of personnel management of the 17 local government councils in the state to submit their 2013 budget proposals for approval. Governor Gaidam urged people of the state to offer intensive prayers for the return of peace in the state and call on members of the Boko Haram to repent and assist the security agent in arresting their unrepentant comrades. Receiving the bill, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Alhaji Adamu Daladogo, assured that the House will ensure the quick passage of the bill into law. Meanwhile, the House has considered the bill to have undergone first and second reading.
Those agreed with the presentation of this budget to consider as first reading of this budget say aye. Those against say me. So do I have it.
From Damaturu, Umar Muhammad reporting for Radio Gotel.
The national chairman of the Labour Party, Chief Dan Munyao, says Nigeria must get its act right for Nigerians to enjoy dividends of democracy. He made this known on Wednesday in Abuja in a statement signed by him and made available to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN. There is certainly hope in the horizon that Nigeria will get her acts right in the new year and that the benefit of democracy will be for people to enjoy. There is hope that with the turn of the new year, our leaders will wear new garments of service and dedication to fatherland and ensure that the labor of our heroes past were not in vain. He gave an assurance that the new year will usher in a new lease of life where unemployment, insecurity, academic decadence, lowliness, economic sabotage, root in the judiciary, election malpractice, and all that will be a thing of the past. I see a Nigeria where an unholy alliance between the political class and business community will give way to sacrifices, selfishness, and love for the nation. Munyao said that Nigeria may have had its rove in the past, but that the present leadership could steer the ship of state of the troubled waters with the support of all Nigerians. He said that if the legislature was making good laws and the judiciary was discharging its duties without bureaucratic hurdles, the executive could be encouraged to do more. It is only when corruption in high places are checked, electoral malpractices eliminated, that Nigeria can be great again, the party chairman stated.
GoTel News, in-depth, analytical,
educative, informative,
factual, accurate,
balanced, objective, reliable source.
GoTel News, stories